One of the common questions that I'm asked is, what type of stripper and wax do I use? Okay, honestly, I'm not brand loyal. I've used good wax from Betco, Diversey. I've used Sam's from Sam's Warehouse. I've used Zep. I've used Millennial Bright. I've used lots of different types of wax or stripper. And in my opinion, wax has always been in the same ballpark. If it has a certain amount of solids, you technically have to use a certain amount of coats on the floor. Premium wax is supposed to be more durable, and you need less coats in order to make the floor hold up. But from personal experience, I know and I understand that this situation can be misleading. It doesn't really matter if you pay $60 for a 5-gallon or you pay $160 for 5 gallons. What really matters is the nature of the environment and what you're applying to the floor. What type of floor program will you be implementing there? If you're going to maintain the floor at a higher rate, if you are going to keep polishing this floor, you're going to keep stripping and waxing this floor, you're going to do top scrubs regularly, then you would be able to keep that floor looking healthy over a large amount of time. It's going to always look good. If you are not maintaining the floor at all, premium wax could help out in that type of situation. It could form a durability more than it would say a less solid type of wax. But let's be realistic about the situation. It doesn't really matter whether it's high premium or low premium when it comes to the foot traffic. I've seen guys go out and they go and buy this high premium wax, and they go and put it on a grocery store, a fast food restaurant, a dine-in restaurant, a mall, places where they have high volumes of foot traffic, and it wears away just like something that they would have got at a cost-effective price. Now, did that do them any good? In my opinion, it did not. Okay, you can go to the customer and say, we're going to buy this and we're going to have that. But if the standard for maintaining the floor isn't upheld by those who are in the establishment, then they will just as easily wear away this expensive wax on the floor. Some people don't know that you're not supposed to put ammonia type products or bleach type products on these floors. When you're cleaning the floors, you should use neutral cleaner. If they don't know that, then the premium wax that you just put on the floor, it did you no good. My thing has always been a knowledgeable technician can educate the customer base so they understand what can help maintain the floors better. Okay, a knowledgeable technician can understand your floor care needs and get it down to a science. Okay, you have lots of foot traffic. Okay, these are peak times, these are low times. we can do a service at this rate for this amount. Okay, you have not that much traffic. You don't need as much of a floor care plan. We can come in at this time and this time to help maintain your floors. Knowledge of your floor type, foot traffic, and things of that nature does you a lot better than whether you have premium wax or you have a wax of a lower solid. When it comes down to stripping and waxing the floor, if you are knowledgeable of the atmosphere, your dwell time, because humidity and cool air, they make for different environments. When you're stripping the floor, when you're waxing the floor, you're stripping the floor, it dries the strip and the wax faster. Doesn't strip faster. It doesn't give it a time to properly dwell on the floor and eat up the wax that's there. If it's in a humid environment, when you're putting the wax down, the wax is not going to dry fast. It's going to cost you time and labor or just extra time, period, between coats of wax. It's going to be extra time. Okay, so knowledge of those types of situations, being able to keep it cool when it's humid, being able to keep it wet when it starts to drying up, those are going to help you with being able to strip a floor or wax a floor and bring it to it, because the wax needs to cure. So it doesn't really matter if you don't have a proper curing time. I had this one restaurant that I just did. They had 2,700 customers a day. It's called OK Cafe in Atlanta area, West Paces Ferry Road there, OK Cafe. Okay, they say they have 2,700 customers per day. They only close on Christmas and Thanksgiving. Okay, so they have a small window of time to be able to get in there, to be able to do anything as far as the floor care program, because if they close and then they have the store opens up, 6 to 8 hours later, if you're doing a top scrub or something like that, you don't have much curing time in that type of situation. So it was imperative for them to understand that you have to have more services. You have to offer more services in order to keep this floor highly maintained. It's imperative. That's for any type of situation. Okay, proper curing time. It doesn't matter if it's premium wax. When you have that amount of foot traffic on the floor and it's not getting the proper dwell time, it does you no good. So would you do yourself a better service by using a more cost-effective wax in that situation? That's something that you have to ask yourself, and you have to be realistic with yourself, and you have to be realistic with the customers, because at the end of the day, it has to make sense. Okay. I do my best to try to answer questions, and sometimes, I'm not able to get to the phone and answer that question, or I'm out doing things, so I haven't forgot about anyone. I'm so sorry if I was not able to answer your call, or I was not able to answer your email. I'm sorry about that. I do apologize. I hope that you found the answer to your question. I do my best to help as much as I can. But I'm thankful for my subscribers. Keep looking out for us. We look to build a brand and a company that stands the test of time, and that's all good for the customers, as good for the people who work for the company as well. Thanks for viewing. Have a great and blessed day. This is Jared Walker, Neat and Clean Floors. My slogan is, we keep your floors looking good.